Hello everyone, this is Kellenberg. Today I'm reviewing Saw 4. As usual, this will have spoilers. Now this is actually the first film to be written by Marcus Dunstan. Alright, so this movie starts off where they're doing an autopsy on John Kramer, aka the Jigsaw Killer. In his stomach they find one of those microcassettes. Yeah, for those that don't know, that's what those tapes are called. They're called microcassettes. And Detective Mark Hoffman listens to the tape, and we of course find out the games have just begun. Then we see these guys in this one chain trap. One has his mouth sewn shut, and the other has his eyes sewn shut. The one with his mouth sewn shut ends up killing the other guy because the other guy doesn't know what's going on. While investigating Alyssa Carey's death, Mark Hoffman tells Rigg not to break through an unsecured door. On the wall we see "Cherish Your Life" in blood. So the rest of the movie is Rigg in a trap, on a puzzle, whatever you want to call it. He's supposed to be learning a lesson. He finds various other people, he finds a prostitute who's actually supposed to kill him, and the machine rips her scalp off. Then there's this one rapist. He has to do this one machine where he pokes his eyes out, and he fails doing that. Now, I know this might be a controversial thing to say, but wouldn't it make more sense if he had to cut off his penis if he's a rapist? And there was this one abuser, and him and his wife are impaled by metal spikes. His aren't connected to his vital organs, though. Now, the goal is, he's supposed to be saving Eric Matthews and Mark Hoffman. And Eric Matthews is on this ice thing, but he's hanging. And Mark Hoffman is tied up, and if it fails, he'll be electrocuted. We actually find out more about John's origin, or Jigsaw, whatever you want to call him. We find out that him and his wife, Jill Tuck, used to own a clinic, and the slogan was "Cherish Your Life." Okay, this one guy was causing trouble, and he got kicked out. Well, that part was pretty interesting. He said, "Is there a problem?" And John said, "You're the problem." So one night, this guy actually comes in the clinic. He breaks in. Well, this guy's name is Cecile, by the way. But he robs the clinic, and while he leaves, he actually hits Jill in the stomach with the door. And she ends up miscarrying. And we actually find out that that actually led to the creation of Jigsaw, pretty much. We even see the primitive design of Billy the puppet. Cecile actually ends up being in a trap. It's like this one trap where there's knives in the front. He ends up escaping though. Now the guy with his mouth sewn shut, we find out he's a man named Art Blank, and he's a lawyer. He's also overseeing the trap with Eric Matthews and Mark Hoffman. So in the end, Rigg, not learning his lesson, breaks into an unsecured door. We find out this is a bad thing. And Art even tells him not to do that. See, 2 blocks of ice actually crush Eric Matthews' head. So that character is dead now. And Rigg shoots Art. Listening to the tape, he realizes he failed. Then we see Mark Hoffman walk by him. And we learn that Mark Hoffman is the new Jigsaw Killer. Now Strahm ends up killing Jeff from Saw 3 in self-defense. Now Rigg is left to die. Then Strahm gets trapped. We then cut to the morgue, and we see Mark Hoffman listening to the tape. That's the end. So I thought this was a pretty good movie, actually. A lot of people feel this is when the series started getting bad, but I honestly didn't feel that way. It wasn't as good as the original, but it was still good. And I like how they actually explained more about John's origin. See, before this, all we knew is that he had cancer and he tried to kill himself. We didn't know there was actually more to that. Alright, I hope you enjoyed my review of Saw 4. I'll see you guys again soon.